Hello, Pepsters! Happy Thursday dito sa Pep Live. I'm Jimpy, your host for tonight. At syempre, alam naman natin, Thursday ngayon. And every month talaga meron tayong ganito dahil sumusunod tayo sa ating Throwback Thursday na hashtag, di ba? Kaya ang kasama natin ngayon, syempre, ang nagpa-happy sa TGIS Batch 2 at kilala natin from her Goodbye, Carlo commercial. We have Chantal Umali.
Hello, everybody! Hi, Jims!
Ayan, finally, ito na, natuloy na. Kasi last week, dahil alam naman natin ang nangyari, di ba?
Oo, binagyo tayo.
Correct. Kaya, na-postpone muna, but ito na siya. Tuloy na tayo.
Ito na yung chika na inaantay natin.
Correct. At sa lahat ng throwback fans, ayun na, may nag-hi na from Cheryl Mail. Cheryl Mail, Marisa, hi. Pretty Chantal, may fitspiration daw, sabi niya sa YouTube. O, diba? Agad-agad, ito na. So, keep the comments coming para sa ating mga viewers ngayon, tonight. And syempre, kung kayo ay nasa Kumu, don't forget na mag-send ng mga pahalo-halo nyo para ma-shoutout namin kayo. At makapagtanong din kayo for Chantal kung ano mga throwback memories ang gusto nyong maalala, diba? So, ito na muna. Kakamustahin na muna kita, Chantal. Kamusta? Well, kasi coming from last week na, diba, grabe, sobrang down natin.
Oo. And we're okay now. Okay na kami. When the storm came, nawala kami ng kuryente, nawala kami ng water. So, hindi natuloy yung interview natin. But generally, everything is okay. Parang since the pandemic, na nag-transition kami here ng a new way of living. Kasi before, I used to go to the office every day. I used to teach in a studio every day. So ngayon, parang everything na transition to my daughter's studying at home. I'm working from home. We're all working from home here. So, napaka-normal. Life has been very kind to us. So we're feeling like now in the pandemic, naka-adjust kami well here. So everything is good.
At least. At oo nga pala, kasi dyan sa iyong tinitirhan, wherever, alam mo na, huwag na natin sabihin. Pero, pag walang kuryente dyan, wala ring tubig.
Correct. Oo. Dito sa,
diba?
Sa area natin.
Oo. Dyan sa area.
Damay lahat. Hindi pwedeng kalahati lang yung yung hirap mo. Kailangan lahat mahirap.
Correct. Kaya magandang bagay at least naka-adjust from the kasi sobrang grabe yung nangyari nitong buong taon, di ba?
At saka parang inconvenience lang yung nawalan ka ng electricity, ng water for a while kasi ang daming ibang tao na wala yung buong bahay nila, na wala yung mga mahal nila sa buhay, yung mga investment pa. So parang you have to be really grateful na this is just an inconvenience. Parang wala naman talagang nabago. Others have it worse. So we have to be grateful.
Yes, totoo naman yun. Correct. Kaya you have to be thankful talaga for each day, pero syempre, yun ang namin, yun ang curious kami kasi matagal kang nawala, di ba? Medyo private ang naging life until naging active na lang ulit recently because of your new advocacy na pag-uusapan natin later.
Yes.
Pero kamusta ba si Chantal? Ano ang nangyari? How life has been after 99? 99 ba ang last mo? When TGIS?
Parang, basta I was mga siguro 15 or 16, right before, siguro mga couple of years before I went to college, nag-stop na ako. Kasi parang, at that time, syempre wala pa naman yung concept or idea na, you can be liked or you can be loved at any size. Syempre, because I was big, I was overweight, diba? I was very chubby when I was young. So parang when nag-turn akong 14 or 15, sinabihan na ako, sabi, kailangan magpapayat ka na kasi walang ibibigay na role sa'yo. Nobody can write good roles for you if malaki ka. So parang meron ako talagang pressure na, kailangan ko magpapayat, tapos teenager ka pa, so you're in a very confused time. So tapos I was gonna go to college, sabi ko, nako, high school pa na ako, inaasar na ako ng mga tao. Pag nag-college ako, parang baka lalo nila akong asarin. So, parang I just decided, sabi ko sa dad ko, parang I don't wanna do it anymore. Parang, kasi grabe yung pressure na, you have to be a certain size for you to get a good role. Kasi nung time na yon, pag overweight ka, you only get the funny roles. Yung butt of jokes ka, di ba? Yun lang yung binibigay na roles for you. So sabi ko, and then the management was expressing parang na-frustrate na rin sila na, kailangan payat ka, kailangan ganito. So I did parang hindi ko kaya. Hindi ko kaya at that time. I didn't know how to fix myself. So sabi ko, ayoko na lang. Alis na lang ako. So I left.
Okay. So yun talaga ang parang naging turning point.
Oo, tsaka parang hindi ako comfortable na I'm being criticized in public, tapos or nako-conscious ako pag tinitingnan ako ng mga tao. Tapos I was really set on going to a certain college. So sabi ko, nako, dun sa college na yun, baka isipin nila baduy ako. Kasi, di ba, medyo mababaw pa yung reasoning mo pag bata ka eh, di ba? So hindi mo naiisip na, it's a privilege na bata ka pa lang, nagtatrabaho ka na. So, sabi ko, parang ayoko na. Hindi ko naman, I didn't need to work when I was a kid naman. So, sabi ko, sige, ayoko na lang. Ganon lang. Tapos,
in fairness, parang ngayon lang natin narinig ata ang story na yan after Kasi, syempre, I'm sure.
In fact, my contract with Viva was not finished when I left. I still had a few years with them. Tapos, I begged off. So, and they were very, parang siguro they were also frustrated with not being able to give me roles that would fit me. So, parang it was an easy decision for both parties. Na, sige, wag mo nang tapusin yung
At least naman na parang naging maayos. And katilan mo natin ngayon, ang ganda naman ng mga nangyari sa'yo kahit wala ka sa showbiz, di ba? Kasi yun, so you went to college.
Oo, I went to school and then I got to feel like, so this is college, parang napaka-normal ng life ko. And then I got to work na regular job. So, naka-explore ako ng buhay na, so this is what it's like. Parang, no big deal naman pala. Parang, ganun lang. So, it was a good thing. It was a good thing to have left at that time.
Ano ang mga pinagkaabalahan mo after? Parang, what was your course then in college? Tuloy ka ba na parang medyo related pa rin sa field?
Nag-com arts ako. Ito com arts in Lasal. So, related pa rin siya. Tapos, I was thinking about, parang I wanted to do film, I wanted to do movies, ganyan. Pero I wanted to be on the production side. Tapos, parang sabi sa akin ng daddy ko, anak, walang pera dyan. Matagal yan. So, but I delved into photography for a good few years, and then I was able to get an internship with Milo Shima, and Milo Shima is one of the most, he was the most famous photographers in the Philippines at that time. So it was a real honor na naging apprentice niya ako for mga 2 years, and then LaSalle invited me to teach. Sabi niya, nag-work ka na in photography, magturo ka ng photography sa LaSalle. So I taught photography in LaSalle for 4 years, I think. Nag-professional ako in LaSalle. And then I got married and I got pregnant, so I stopped working altogether. And then, syempre, life happened. I stayed home for a long time to take care of my daughter, and then bumalik lang ako sa work when I got separated. When I got separated, I had to parang rebuild my entire life from ground zero. So, I'm very lucky kasi my brother-in-law owns an architecture firm. So, now I'm employed. So, I head operations in a small architecture and design firm. I also style for my sister. My sister's an interior designer, so I do styling for her. Yeah, I work for her. And then, syempre, while I was going through a difficult time in my life, na-discover ko yung yoga. So, yun yung talagang parang feeling kong nagpabago ng buhay ko. Parang it really encouraged me to change my life na, okay, so this is what yoga is. And na pag meron ka palang ayaw sa buhay mo, ayan na siya. You can work on yourself. Pwede kang mag-improve. There's something that you can do in your life na if there's something you don't like, you can work on it, magbabago yung life mo. Ganon. So this was parang when I discovered yoga, parang nag-change talaga yung life ko. So now that's my advocacy na sinishare ko na siya sa mga tao ngayon.
Pero ewan ko na if you're comfortable na doon pumunta sa topic na yun. Pero yung parang doon talaga nag-start yung journey of parang getting more fit.
Kasi when I started yoga, at my heaviest, I was mga 182 pounds. For somebody who's 5 feet tall, mabigat yun. Mabigat siya. So, so it was very, parang I was at a point na, lahat na lang ng parte ng katawan ko masakit. Hindi na ako nakakagalaw masyado kasi ang bigat-bigat ko. Tapos, when you're physically ill, you also get, mentally, emotionally ill na masama na yung pakiramdam ko, masama na yung loob ko sa mga tao, masama na yung loob ko sa sarili ko, ganun. So it was, I feel like at that time, I was like at the bottom of the barrel na parang nothing was going right in my life. Yun
Tapos biglang yoga came into your life.
Oo. Nahanap ko lang siya sa YouTube. Tapos nung nag-start ako mag-yoga, wala naman akong yoga mat, wala naman akong yoga outfit. So nag-yoga sa carpet, naka-pajamas lang ako, ganyan. Parang pag nagnanap yung daughter ko, because my daughter was still a toddler nung time na yun. Pag nagnanap siya, sisingit ako ng 10 minutes, 15 minutes, ganyan. Tapos hirap na hirap ako. Talagang hirap na hirap talaga ako. Wala akong magawang tama. Parang ganun yung feeling ko. Pero after you make the effort, pag nakasyabasa na ka ganun, re-rest ka na, parang, masarap pala yung feeling na kahit na feeling mo wala kang ginawang tama, umeffort ka.
Correct.
Ganun.
Tapos ayan na yung results, kumbaga.
Oo, tapos parang yung 10 minutes mo everyday, na kaya naman pala, sige, dagdagan natin ng 5 minutes, ganyan. So, nag-grow na lang siya. Tapos after I lost the big chunk of my weight siguro in 6 months. Parang I lost 40-something pounds in 6 months, 60 pounds in 6 months. And then, after nun, parang naging, okay, so hindi lang physical yung benefit. Nakakakalma siya ng utak, nakakalimutan mo yung mga hang-ups mo sa sarili mo, mga gano'n. So, I continue. Oo, ganun siya. Tapos, siya, and parang feeling mo, napakahirap niya, but after you feel so good about yourself. So, after nun, nag-teacher training ako. So, my dad enrolled me in a course. Sabi niya, sige anak, gusto mo mag-aral ulit. So, he invested in me na magturo ako. And now, ilang years na, parang mga 6 years na. I've been teaching for 6 years.
Ng yoga?
Oo.
Ang galing. Ayan favorite daw ni Raymond si Happy.
Salamat.
Diba?
Pag naaralan ko si Happy, natatawa ako.
Sabi din ni Miss Shali, you're so pretty, Miss Chantal. Mga TGIS fans from the group of TGIS Barkada sa Facebook, yung
Talaga?
public group. Yes.
Kasi lahat ng parang yung girl, si Happy, parang lahat na lang sa kanya. Lalang sila siya. Diba? Yung niya
Correct. Mamaya pupuntahan natin si Happy. Kaya kayo mga may favorite kay Happy, magstay kayo kasi syempre may segment tayo. Pero bago muna yon, syempre kailangan doon muna tayo sa nag-umpisa talaga before Happy. Diba? So, sa mga nanonood sa amin ngayon, meron kami ipapakitang clip sa inyo at pakikita din natin reaction mo, Chantal. Ngayong mapapanood mo to ulit. After how many years? Mukhang alam mo naman na to. So, ayan na. Game. Antayin lang natin ang na lumabas ang clip. Ayan! Parang walang sound. Pero kahit walang sound, parang gets mo na.
Alam na. Alam mo naman yung musong yan.
Diba? Pepsters, naaalala nyo ba to? Naku, mag-comment na kayo. Sa ating diba? Ang cute-cute. Ayan. So, ito ang iyong break, kumbaga, sa commercial world muna.
Oo. Pero before that TVC, I was doing TVCs na before. Mga 7 years old ako nag-start. Nagsusmall roles ako. Mga big brands and McDo, mga ganyan. Tapos I did several, before that famous commercial, I did parang 2 other commercials for Pure Foods. Same, So, meron silang mga Christmas special, mga ganon. So, I did ads for them before. Tapos yan. Pero yan yung parang, syempre, yan na lang yung naaalala ng mga tao. na TV.
Yung kay Patrick, after na yan.
Oo,
Kasi
after. The next year yung kay Patrick. Diba?
So,
Parang, wow.
Yun ang naging success talaga ng
Oo,
Goodbye
kasi ang
Carlo.
pogi naman talaga ni Patrick, diba?
Pero hindi, I mean, kasi yung commercial mo, ayun, no, sabi nga ni Raymond Pecho, the only hotdog commercial that actually made a mark. O, diba?
Wow. But that TVC also won an award. I know it won an award sa New York.
Aha. Hindi kasi ang cute naman din talaga. Parang, ayan na si Patrick. Pero may hotdog pa rin na involved.
Ngayon ko lang nakita tong second commercial ulit.
Diba? Sayang walang sound, pero carry na. Diba? Ang cute. Ilang taong ka nito, Chantal?
The previous one, I was 9. 9 years old. And then the next one, I was 10. And ang dami ko ring memories about that TVC kasi ang director niya si Mac Alejandre. So Mac directed that TVC. And I remember parang going to the VTR. Tapos parang hindi pa nga siya regular VTR na pumipila ka sa camera. Nung nag-VTR ako, andun na si Direct Mac, parang workshop na siya na one-on-one niya tinitignan yung mga bata. Tapos when he asked me to act in front of him, paglabas namin, sabi niya dun sa mommy ko, she has the role na. Kaya parang ganun lang kabilis na. The same day, kuha na niya yung role. Ganun lang siya kabilis. Tapos nag-workshop kami, nag-test shoot kami for the TVC. May sakit ako. Nilalagnat ako. Tapos duha yung mata ko. So parang tinatanong nila ako, gusto mo bang i-reschedule na lang natin? Kasi I was very sick that day. Sabi, syempre ako naman. Akala ko naglalaro lang ako di ba? Parang, kasi maarte ako nung bata ko, alimbong talaga ako. Yung gusto ko nagpe-pretend talaga ako. So, then I want to continue, ganyan. So, we continued shooting. I was sick that day, I remember.
So, dead ba?
Dead pa.
Sakit.
Oo.
My gosh. Ayan napansin ni Miss Shali. Chantal was in TGIS, Patrick was in Gimmick. Diba? Opposite world.
Oo.
And
I remember ko kasi, when they did auditions for the Carlo, pinakita pa sa akin yung compilation ng mga nag-audition for Carlo. Tapos meron pang parang they did a compilation ang scoring niya Mr. Dreamboy, ganun. So papakita yung mga picture mga VTR ng mga poging little boys.
Yes.
And talagang Patrick stood out. He was really he really stood out among so he got the role.
So yung kaya ang dahilan kasi Carlo ang pangalan ni Patrick sa Gimmick. So baka oo.
Ay, hindi ko alam yun.
So who knows? Diba baka yung pala ang naging Pero nauna lang siya kasi si Patrick ay diba, original cast member ng Gimmick din kayo sa batch ng PG. Sayang, no?
Oo, tsaka parang he was doing a lot of movies already, diba, very young.
Yes.
Very young, he was doing so many movies. And he's older than me. So, mas matagal na siyang I think he was acting for a long time na we shot TV.
Pero, anong feeling mo? Kasi grabe yung Goodbye Carlo. Ito, personal anecdote na lang ito. Yung ate ko na isa ay memorize niya at tinuro pa niya sa anak niya habang kumakain ng hotdog. So parang kasi di ba uso yun sa mga kids, yung mga arte-arte, ganyan. So, Dear Diary, ganyan. So, tinuro daw niya. Tapos, natuwa daw yung anak. So, hanggang ngayon, parang, di ba, nag-pass on na to the next generation, ganyan. Anong feeling mo na ganun pa na yung mark ng commercial?
Siyempre, at that time, hindi ko naisip na parang, nung bata ko, pag inaasar nila ako about the commercial, parang feeling ko, why are they making fun of me? Parang ganun yung impression. Pero ngayon, looking back, parang naisip ko, nauna pala yung TVC na yun sa girl power, di ba? Yung parang, ayaw mo sa akin. Kukainin ko yung gusto ko. Di ba? Bakit ko i-give up yung gusto ko para sumaya ka, di ba? So, meron siyang girl power. Parang looking back now, I always look at that TVC with fondness kasi it was so fun to do. Siyempre, in between, nung nag-teenager ako, parang nahihiya talaga ako. Nahihiya akong ginawa ko yun. Pero ngayon, parang Oo, okay na. I don't even know if my daughter's seen the TVs. Hindi ko alam kung makita na niya. Hindi ko naman pinakita.
Pero hindi mo pa consciously na pinakita talaga.
Oh, di ba?
Nako, ano kaya magiging reaction ng kids mo one of these days siguro?
Ano yan siya, ma'am? Kakahiya.
Pero alam ng kids mo na ikaw ay commercial model / artist talaga before.
I have one daughter. I have only one child. So she knows that parang, but not because I told her. I think somebody else had told her. I don't know who na, oh, mama used to be in a commercial. Alam mo ba yung mama was in a commercial? Ganyan. But I don't think interesado naman siya or anything sa what I did before. Parang because maybe to her I'm just mom. So, but I'm pretty, parang now looking back, I feel pretty lucky na at such a young age na I got to work. So parang when I got older, I have savings of my own na. By the time, parang I felt like I was ahead. Pero syempre sandali lang yun eh. Sandali lang akong talaga naging active. Tapos nawala na rin. Pero it was a good experience.
Mm-hmm. At yun na nga, ang susunod natin pupunta. Pero sabi muna ni Julan sa Layo, before surf series ni Lola Ova at kwentong, huwag nating manggitin. Baka kailangan na bayad. It was Chantal's commercials na may story plot. Hindi kasi uso yan, di ba? Yung mga, nagiging short movies, yung mga, commercials. Pero nauna na nga naman yung iyo. Ikaw pala ang pioneer.
Tapos nagka-sequel, di ba? So, nagka-sequel. So, hindi ko rin na-realize na how big the impact of that commercial was when it was happening. Ngayon na lang na parang isipin mo that's ilang years na. More than 20 years ago. But some people still remember it. So that's flattering. Always flattering.
Diba? Nakakatuwa. At least na ganun yung naging mark niya. And from one mark to another tayo, ito, papakita namin ang isang picture na na naman, Throwback Thursday kasi talaga tayo ngayon. So, panindigan natin. Ayan! O, diba? Lahat ng mga viewers natin na nanonood ngayon, for sure, kilala na yan.
OBB ng TG yan, no?
Si Happy. Diba? Ayan. So, ang commercial mo na Dear Carlo, yan ang nag-pave ba ng way for you to be part of TG?
Parang, after I did that TVC, parang nagkaroon ng offers for small roles. Noon kasi TV was merong mga campus romance, merong GMA TV special, yung mga ganon. Nagganon muna ako for a while. So, may small roles.
Love stories.
Tapos Viva was, at that time, si Mina Del Rosario, yung late wife ni Boss Vic, she was the one who contacted my parents and said, we want to sign her. We want to sign her on. So, and I was very, very close to Mama Mina. I was parang feeling kasi binibaby. Ako and Shara were parang her babies at that time. But then, she passed away. Namatay siya bigla. So parang, okay, siguro hindi na matutuloy. But Viva still went to si Ate VR still signed me, and they were coming up with batch 2 of TG. Tapos I was lucky enough to be chosen naman for that role. Tapos yun, tuloy na.
Yes, isa ka sa original cast ng batch 2 di ba? Dahil nandun ka sa transition episode. Na nag-rush ka pa kay Wax.
Correct.
Diba?
Na actually, nakita ko lang yun. Ikaw ba nag-send sa akin, no? Nung clip. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, oo nga pala. Tapos syempre, I was also just as starstruck to have met sila Bobby, sila Ate Angelo, diba? And then, that was parang what really made me so excited to batch 2. Kasi parang, wow, yung mga napapanood ko sa TV, ang babait nila. Ang gaganda talaga nila. Ganon. So, meron akong na-starstruck din ako sa kanila ng bata.
So before ka pumasok ng batch 2, alam mo na ang TGIS?
Oo naman. Oo. As in, nanonood.
Grabe ang kasikatan din naman ng show talaga na yan.
Oo. Para siyang feeling ko, the equivalent of Friends in the US. Parang batch 1 was like, everybody watched it, and everybody thought it was cool, and everybody could relate to it. Parang feeling ko yun yung batch 1 for yung equivalent na hanggang ngayon, parang feeling ko hindi na siya natapatan.
Correct. At totoo naman yan. Actually, yung buo, kayo din. Kasi sa batch 2 naman, ang sumikat talaga yung kayo na yung parang mga love, di ba? Na nagkaroon ng mga movies.
Si Antoinette, si Ding Dong, si Kim, si Dino, si Sunshine, si Paul.
Ano ang mga most memorable experiences or fond memories while doing happy? Doing happy muna.
Being happy, naalala ko when I was doing that. Basta ako, pag ang shoot din kasi namin for TG was Saturdays also. So the show was on a Saturday, but we also shot on Saturdays kasi most of us went to school. So, para call time, kapag pupunta na sa it was always fun. Parating masaya. Parating we were also happy to be together. We were hanging out. Yung uso noon, kasi wala namang trailer truck dito sa Pilipinas. Yung you sit in the car, nagsa-sound trip kayo, nag-order kayo ng pagkain, gano'n. Tapos pag malaki yung gap ng sequences mo, punta kaming mall, nanood kaming sine, ganyan. Ganun yung ginagawa namin. Papadeliver ng pagkain, ganyan. Yun yung masaya. And I remember when they designed the role of Happy, parang I was briefed na ikaw, dahil mataba ka, ikaw yung butt of jokes. ganun yung brief na. And then, but she had an interesting backstory kasi Happy was adopted. Doon sa story. So parang, okay, yung personality mo na parati kang masaya, meron siyang backstory na meron kang kulang ka sa understanding sa sarili mo, gano'n, kasi ampon ka, gano'n.
Oo. Yun nga ang ganda nung na yon part, kasi parang kung sila ay mga yung mga kilig-kilig, yung sa'yo parang may lalim, kasi yung may pinanggalingan yung character, di ba?
Oo, and I just thought that parang if I was going to be a character that was odd, di ba? Parang, she's not the typical girl next door. So, let it be odd in an interesting way. So it was really cute. It was a really cute role for me to do. And also, when you're doing that role, syempre, merong part na, yung episode na, i-reveal na ampun ka. So, iiyak ka. Hindi naman ako marunong umiyak. So, hindi ako marunong umiyak sa So, parang na-challenge ka ng bata, wala ka na magagawa, kailangan mo na umiyak. Ganyan. So nakakaano ka naman, parang, you rise up to the expectation. Meron ka ring learning along the way, ganyan. But most of what I remember about TG is that I had made really good friends with the people that I was working with. Even si Direk Dom. Dom was the director of Batch 2. Yes. I really admired him. He was such a good guy. He was so funny. He was witty. The writers, sila Ate Kit, sila Ate Mel, I'm still Facebook friends. So parang it was just a fun thing to do.
Yun nga, sabi ni Raymond Pecho, gusto ko yung dinate siya ni Ice. Dinate siya ni Ice kasi walang date si Happy.
Di ba? Kasi, and not only was I was Happy and Ice close, Paul and I were really close. Sobrang close namin. Kahit nung girlfriend niya nung time na yun, si Sunshine yung girlfriend niya, I was really close to Paul. As in, bro, ganon. Ganong level. So, parang Happy and Ice on TV, parang kami ni Paul before.
Kasi actually kayo may magandang friendship kasi naalala ko yung isang episode na yung binubuli lagi di ba gano'n nag-start ang relationship ni Sunshine tsaka ni Polo doon, ni Kalay tsaka ni Ice na nagbubulihan. Tapos ikaw ang tagapagtanggol ni Ice.
Oo. And in real life, talagang nung time na we were shooting, I was very close to Paul. In fact, I was also close. Dinadala niya yung kapatid niya, younger brother niya. I was also, I was very fun. Our moms were friends, ganun. So talagang, he's such a good guy. Mabait talaga si Paul.
Ang galing. Kaya pala very natural yung dating. Nung yung rapport doon sa mga eksena na about friendship kasi kayo ang close talaga.
Pero hindi na kami nag-uusap ni Paul. I haven't talked to Paul in siguro mga 10, 15 years. Parang the last time nakita kami, he was yung nag-come back siya for Folded and Hung. Di ba yung nagkaroon ng modeling stint for Folded and Hung? I saw him that last time and then I didn't see him anymore. But he's such a good, napakabait ni Paul.
Hi, Polo. O, di ba?
Hi,
Naku,
Paul.
yun ang i-look forward ng mga fans na sana magka-reunion naman ang batch 2. Kasi kayo ang bihira. Di ba?
Oo. At saka parang, like, I don't, the only people that I talk to now, siyempre si Ate Shara, we say hi, hello sometimes. Si Ate Angelo kasi we have the same endorsement, pareho kami under Marie France. So we see each other pag ganyan. Pero yun na lang. Pero before talaga, I remember that it was such a fun thing to do. Parang it wasn't work. Parang masaya lang siya.
Correct. Kaya pala ganun ang labas. Parang nag-enjoy lang kayo. And so the reunion happened 2 years ago, 2018, tama? The TGIS 23 reunion na first time na nag-merge daw sa reunion noon, di ba? Ang batch 1 and batch 2. Kamusta seeing them again?
Feeling ko ngayong batch 2 parang nasalingkit lang kami doon kasi parang nag-text lang si Ate Shara, uy, may pupunta sila sa bahay, ganyan. Parang, you should go, pero reunion. I didn't want to say no. So, sige, I'll just go. I didn't know what to expect. Hindi ko nga alam that there were gonna be photos of that event. Hindi ko talaga alam. So, parang, sige, punta lang kayo. Ganon, wear white, ganyan. So, there was dinner and it was so fun. Parang when you see how far everybody has gone from teenagers to adults to grown-ups, that, they're so admirable pa rin. Parang everybody has led such, good lives. Parang, and they're still good people. Parang it's so nice to laugh with them again, to remember how crazy or how childish we were in the past. So, sobrang saya nung gabi yun. Sobrang saya talaga. As in.
Grabe, yun ang sana maulit,
Oo. Sana matawagan ulit ako kapag nag-reunion ulit. Kasi talagang pati sila Dom were there, si Direk Mark, si Ate Kitty were there. And it was so, parang ang saya-saya na, it's come a long way. People have come a long way. Pero people, the audience still remember them for that show. It's nakaka-flatter.
At oo nga, ang reaction ni Miss Kit, yan ang hindi ko makalimutan doon sa IG story na I'm not sure kung si Angelo or si Shara nag-post. Yung reaction niya na nakita kanya na Chantal. Kasi ganun na kayo katagal na hindi nagkita.
Tsaka nakita nila ako, in teenager pa ako, iba pa yung itsura ko, di ba? hindi na siguro hindi ko nakamukha yung masyado yung from before.
Grabe. Pero in fact, talaga, mahal ng batch 2 fans, si Happy. I mean, kahit ikaw yung walang fixed na love team or...
Oo. Independent woman, charot.
Diba? Pero kung naalala mo, how did the character of Happy, paano siya natapos? Kasi bilang yun nga, bitin ang mga sabi, bad trip daw ang Heart of Asia, binitin. KJ, sabi ni Raymond Petso, KJ tong Heart of Asia. Ayan, Happy wasn't the typical girl next door but was the most charming. Wala kasi siyang insecurities unlike the rest of the girls na may issues. She was straightforward and honest lang. Siya yung pinaka-chill sa batch 2. Oo nga, ikaw yan. Si Happy yan.
Chill lang. Salamat. Pero siya, actually, alam mo, hindi ko na maalala how they exited the character. I don't think they even did. Parang feeling ko bigla na lang when I said, when Viva said, sige, huwag ka nang you don't have to continue your Parang feeling ko they just stopped writing about her. Wala siyang, I don't remember there was an exit. Bigla na lang siya nawala.
So there was TG pa nung nag-decide ka na mag-exit na?
Batch 3. Magba-batch 3 na. Batch 3 was coming. Pero may pa yun medyo parang it was a political na they didn't know how to tell me then that I wasn't going to continue to batch 3 or something. But I had also at the same time felt like, parang ayoko na. Parang hindi na ako comfortable. So parang simultaneously it just happened.
So parang ano na rin, kahit pa paano na may ganong dilema sa'yo at sa kanila. At least nag-meet halfway.
Oo, na parang we both wanted the same thing naman.
Oo, na okay na rin, na parang yun na, diba? Yun. So yun pala ang storya ni Happy. Kasi bihira nating marinig yan, diba? Na kung paano siya.
It wasn't like, Happy's character wasn't major. Hindi siya parang like the other characters where they had long stories, they had love interests, they had romance for, to go on for their kwentos. Parang si Happy chill lang siya, dyan lang siya. Friends naman lahat, ganyan, wala naman siyang issues masyado. And parang in real life, I was like that din naman. Parang I was friends with everybody. I was friends with sila Dong, I was friends with sila Kim, I was, it was very napaka-chill lang niya. Hindi naman ako involved in parang any big hoo-ha.
Ito ang tanong ko sa iyo ngayon. Ito talaga yung tanong ngayon, no? Kasi alam naman natin silang tatlo na main love teams doon sa batch. Naging magjojowa in real life.
Correct. Oo.
Pero ikaw ba, nagkaroon ka ng sayo during TGIS time?
Hindi. Wala. Wala talaga. Parang, it was the same. The same what was happening with Happy was happening with me. Parang it was like, nobody was interested in me. I had a little bit of insecurity. Hindi ko kilala sarili ko. Overweight ako. Parang everybody thought I was a really good friend. Kaibigan ko lahat ng boys. Kaibigan ko lahat ng girls. Pero nobody pays particular attention to you. Parang ganon. And I was really okay with that. Okay lang. Kasi ako yung pinakabata eh. I was, when they were 16, 17, 18, ganun. 14 lang ako. Parang, mas bata ako sa kanila ng mga siguro at least 2 years. So, parang okay lang ako. Hindi pala. Si Anne pala yung younger than me. Anne was younger when she came in.
Siya naman talaga yung parang bagets doon, di ba?
But Anne was, even when she was young, she was stunning. Talagang pag dumating si Anne, wow, ang ganda talaga ni Anne since So, she had that going. So, ako wala. Chill lang. Dito lang ako. Tahimik lang, ganun. Oo.
Yes. So, ganun pala. Parang din, medyo close to reality ang mga ganun acts. Ang galing. Pattern, pattern din sa'yo. No?
Semi-pattern.
Semi-pattern. Pero kasi si Happy medyo may konting kamalditahan. Konti lang naman.
Oo. Tapos may nag-send sa akin nga ng clip ng screen grab nung rerun. Sabi ko, bakit parang siguro 3 out of 5 pictures? Parating mataas yung kilay ko. Nakagalan. Sabi ko, oo nga pala, medyo may ugali pala yung bata. Overconfident ng konti.
Hindi kasi yun, di ba? Parang anong tawag doon? Isa ka lang, di ba?
Oo.
Wala siyang kapatid, tapos mom lang niya.
Oo, only child, adopted, ganyan. So, parang medyo may attitude si ate.
Oo, na-spoil lang konti. My gosh. Aside from TGIS, may iba ka pang projects din na ginawa on the side?
I was doing shows for GMA before nagka-campus romance ako, nag-guesting sa ibang shows, ganyan. And I remember being quite busy for a while because TGIS was so famous at that time.
Yeah.
And then I did little bits for movies, like movie ni Dino tsaka ni Kim there.
Ay, yeah! Oo nga pala.
Tapos may movies, parang I did at the time, parang I did movies for Viva, nag-movie ako, hindi ko na malala yung title, basta may movie si Juday na I was her sister, I think, gano'n. Tapos mga Pusong Mamon.
Pusong Mamon.
Yun, I did that. Pero small roles lang. Kasi nga, syempre, di ba, pag mga batang medyo may attitude, tas medyo chubby, ganyan. Nahirapan talaga silang hanapan ng roles. But I remember being quite busy when I was at that time. And then, after yun, wala na rin.
Ay, gusto ko yung role mo sa Ikaw Lamang, ha? Yung the one with Kim and Dino, na siya ang
yung mata pobre.
Oo.
Yung
ayaw na, gano'n.
Oo. Ako na, gano'n.
Habang si Kim nagtago sa
Oo. And I was close to Kim. I was very close to Kim. Mm-hmm. So, parang, but she was one of my best friends at the time when I was in TG. So nakita ko yung love story nila ni Dino, ganyan. So, tapos nag-out of town kami for the shoot of Ikaw Lamang. Tapos nalala ko yung guardian ni Kim at that time, si Mama Beth, parating, "Uy, bantayan mo si Kim kasi same hotel, tapos andun si Dino." Ganyan. So, bantayan mo, hindi lalabas ng kwarto, ganun. So, nakita ko yung love nila, how it developed.
At oo nga, coming from that, so ikaw ang mata ng tatlong love teams. Noong mga panahon. Diba? Pero yung kay Kim ang pinaka-na-witness mo because you're very close during that time. Kaya ang pinaka-close. And well, kay Polo din because,
Oo. Pero si Paul tsaka si Sunshine, parang at the time, they looked like parang they were an old couple. Parang ganun yung feel nila at the time na they were so close to each other. Talagang, so, yun na naaalala ko.
Nako, I'm sure happy na naman ang mga nasa group ng TGIS Barkada sa Facebook dito sa chikahan natin. Uy, pero ang pinaka-sad pala, very recent, nabalitaan mo ba yung si RD? Yes.
Oh
my gosh. Yun, less is small.
Ayun pala, hindi ko naalala ko ngayon palang naalala. Niligawan pala ako ni RD nung nasa TG kami. Kasi si RD, napakabait nung tao na yun. He was everybody's friend. He was para siyang si Robin Padilla na ma'am, sir, very accommodating, ganyan. He was a good friend. He was a good friend to me, and and then I had remembered him siguro a few weeks before he passed away. Tapos nagulat ako na I heard the news that he passed, and I was so surprised. Si Kim ang nag-message sa akin. Si Kim na nasa US, siya pa yung nagsabi sa akin na, narinig mo ba yung news na RD passed away? I didn't know. I was so shocked. Talaga.
Kaya actually, shocking nga yun nung kahit may nag-post sa group na parang hindi pa sila din naniwala na.
He was a good friend. But of course, I haven't seen him in 20-something years. But we were friends on Facebook. We were friends on Instagram, kanyan. And nagulat ako. Kaya talagang you only live once.
Yeah. Ako, bless his soul. No, sana.
He was a good guy.
So, nakakausap mo ngayon si Kim? Yung medyo,
Minsan lang. Just through social media, like, highs and hellos. Kim, Shara, ganyan. But, parang mostly alam mo, sa totoo lang, ang liit ng mundo ko. Napakaliit. I have, my world is small, very close to my family, and, I have a small group of people in my life. So, apart from, I share on social media, napakaliit ng mundo. So, I only see the same few people, regularly, and then but I would love to reconnect with all of them, pero talagang lumiit yung mundo ko.
Yes. Naman natin, actually parang usually, at saka saglit lang din yung showbiz journey so
sandali lang. Pero I was very grateful to have gone through it, pero sandali lang talaga. Siguro mga lang, I was active siguro for as long as TG was active. Batch 2 was
2 years mga ganon. Pero happy made a mark at least, diba? Kahit in a very short time. Pero happy na nagpa-happy sa TG, diba?
Salamat.
Correct. Ayun. So, balik na tayo sa sa pagiging fitness goals. Ni Chantal Umali. So, during nung na-discover mo lang yung yoga, talagang doon nag-start ang weight loss journey.
Kasi I was living a very unhealthy life before that. I was not exercising. I was not taking care of myself. Lahat kinain ko. I was smoking. So talaga, may iba yung life ko. And then I think I was experiencing at that time postpartum depression, pero hindi ko siya naiintindihan what it was. So parang tapos I wasn't happy where I was in my life. So parang okay, masakit na yung katawan ko, hindi ko pa gusto nangyayari sa buhay ko, what can I change? So parang, yoga, para lang mawala yung cramps ng legs, ganyan, sige, yoga. Tapos after nun, doon ko na na-discover na, hindi lang pala physical yung yoga. It's also mental, it's also emotional, it's spiritual. So doon na siya nag-unravel. Yung nangyari sa katawan ko, parang side effect. Parang by the way na lang siya. But everything else that happened to me, mentally, emotionally, yung healing na nangyari, yun talaga yung pinakabida sa akin for me sa yoga. Kaya ngayon, I want to encourage kahit sino, whoever is interested in yoga to, to try nyo lang. Nakakabago siya ng buhay.
At saka ang galing na naging sobrang passion mo siya, na naging, nagturo ka, nagkaroon ka ng...
Kasi parang feeling ko, growing up, ewan ko dahil ba Gemini ako, parang I always felt like I was jack of all trades, master of none. Parang I could do many things, but I wasn't particularly good in anything. Parang lahat mediocre. So parang, nung nahanap ko yung yoga, parang, there's something na I can really be passionate about, na I can continuously work on. Kasi ang yoga naman, parang, you're never gonna be the best, di ba? Parang, it's continuous self-work. So parang, okay, I don't have to be fantastic, I don't have to be great, but I can just keep working on something that I really love, that I'm interested in. Tapos nag-grow ka as a person. So parang yun yung pinaka-come on niya sa akin, na it's a full package, overall siya. Mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, it's all there.
Ang daming long-term effects pala.
Yes. Kaya I always say, anybody who's interested, let me know. Please join a class for free. I just want you to experience it. Gusto ko lang ma-feel ninyo what it's like. And maybe, diba, it will set a fire inside of you or something, and you will be interested. Talagang, I really want people to try it.
Ang daughter mo, ilang taon na siya?
She's 11.
So, nagsistart na rin ba siya? Nagsistart na rin siya sa yoga? Na-encourage mo na
When she was younger, mga 4, 5, 6 years old, interested siya mag-yoga. Pag when I would practice in a room, she would come with me, she'd copy the shapes. Ngayon, nagdalaga na siya, parang feeling ko dahil ginagawa ko, so hindi siya nakukulan. Parang, boring. Hindi siya cool, ganyan. Pero I'm hoping, sabi ko sa kanya, kapag pagtanda mo, kailangan magpa-practice ka ng yoga. Sabi niya, yes, mom. Pero syempre, she's not interested. Kasi nakikita niya, bumabaliktad yung nanay niya. Parang normal lang yun eh. Parang hindi siya, parang it's not so interesting for her. But I'm really hoping one day she picks it up.
Yung may tela na parang sasabitan mo, is that part of yoga din?
Aerial yata yung yoga. That's a different, parang medyo mas modernized kind of yoga yun eh. Yung sumasabit ka, tapos umiikot. I have not tried that. But I think it's aerial yoga. Parang interesting siya. Mukhang kailangan malakas ka para maka-balance ka. But interesting din siya. I mean, I haven't tried it myself, pero promising naman.
Sa yung movie ni Anne, yung kabita na movie. Tapos yung ginawa niyang parang
pang-seduce.
Ako after kong ma-discover ang mga kawalang-yaang nangyari sa akin. So, nag-aerial yoga siya. Kaso, hindi daw nag-work kasi daw ang nasa isip niya ay gustong pumatay ng tao. So, nilayasan niya yung class niya. Pero, nung nakita ko yun doon, parang ang galing, ang interesting. Kasi kailangan talaga, parang kaya mo yung katawan mo na mabuhat. Ang galing na gano'n.
Oo, pero parang I think with any form of yoga, kasi maraming styles ang physical practice ng yoga. I think kahit the good thing about yoga is you can start from anywhere. So you don't have to be physically fit to practice. You don't have to be flexible to practice. You don't have to be strong. You just have to be willing. Kahit ano pang style, I think that's the beauty of it. Yung it's for everybody. So that's what I like about it also. Kaya
kaya nga eh. Actually, kung magsa-start ng workout, parang yun ang bet ko. Kasi very zen.
At saka, nakakalakas talaga siya. And you really feel, nararamdaman mo, hindi siya yung parang, di ba, when you go to the gym, bubuhat ka, and then parang, ang hirap nito. Ang yoga, you will enjoy it. Ma-enjoy mo siya kasi ang sarap sa pakiramdam, nakakaklaro ng utak. You will be surprised at how just being conscious of how you breathe, yung bagalan mo lang yung hinga mo ng konti, kalma ka lang ng konti, nakakabago siya ng buhay, nakakakalma talaga siya.
So, totoo pala yun, yung sinasabi nila na parang kasi, yun nga, katulad nung sa aerial, o kaya yung magte-twist ka ng ano. So, kusang gumagaan yung katawan.
Oo. Kasi you're making space inside your body. So, it's not just making weird shapes. It's you're making space, pinapahaba mo yung spine mo, when you're breathing deeply, na-expand mo yung diaphragm mo, yung lungs mo, sinistrengthen mo yung core mo. So, ang daming nangyayari at the same time. And you feel it right away. Nararamdaman mo na, masarap siya.
O, ayan. Yan ang pampahappy ni Happy ngayon, ang yoga. And she's influencing us, guys. Pepsters na ano din. Yan, baka yoga can also make us happy. Nakakatuwa.
Sana you will try it. Sana everybody tries it.
Tapos ito naman ang...
Good about yourself na bumabait ka. Totoo yun. Pag masarap na yung pakiramdam mo, hindi na mainit ang ulo mo, hindi ka na stress, medyo mabait ka na, medyo mas patient ka na, accepting ka na sa sarili mo, ganun.
Ganun palang effect nun, ha? At least.
Totoo.
Physical. Talagang mental, emotional. Ako, na-encourage ako, na-influence na ako. Let's try. Wow, let's try. Teka, wag natin i-put on record. Baka mapakaw. Pero for everyone watching, o at least, ito na nakita na natin para sa mga gustong mag-try. Ito naman ang next. Medyo last na to for our Q&A. Kamusta ang bonding with your daughter? Kasi, well, especially na kayong dalawa lang ba sa house?
No, my partner lives with me and I have a here. So, and we have lots of pets. We have 2 cats and 1 dog in the house. Para kaming farm dito. So, there's it's very, alam mo yung before the pandemic, when I'm bonding with my daughter, I have to make a conscious effort na, kailangan ko umuwi na maaga kasi I have to spend time with my daughter. Meron kaming routine na at night, I have to put her to sleep. So, kahit late na ako uwi galing trabaho, she waits for me na inaantay niya. Kaya noon, meron kaming rule na, Mom, you can't have guests or you can't go out pag weekday kasi hindi siya pwede mapuyat kasi may pasok siya the next day. So, meron kaming ganung rule before. And I had to make time to make the effort to be home for her so we could spend quality time together. But now that there's a pandemic, dito siya nag-aaral, dito ako nagtatrabaho, dito kami nag-work. So, parang you're always interacting with each other, but you have to make the conscious effort na may quality time pa rin. Kasi pwedeng magkasama kayo pero hindi kayo together. Hindi kayo connected with each other, di ba? So that's what the pandemic really taught me. Na hindi pwedeng nasa isang lugar lang kayo, feeling mo quality time na yun. Hindi siya ganun. So I have to make also the effort, I have to be conscious na when she plays guitar, I listen to her. When she reads a book, we'll watch a movie na walang distractions. Although ako guilty ako na I'm on my phone, yung check ka ng email, meron akong anxiety na pag hindi ko nabasa yung email, parang hindi ako mapakali, ganyan. So I have to be conscious na, okay, I'm gonna listen to her play music, when we're eating, we have to talk to each other, really converse with each other, ganyan. So it's really, this pandemic is really enlightening as a mom na parang hindi pwedeng porket you're in the same space, you're spending quality time na. Kailangan conscious pa rin na you're making connections with her, you're talking to her, listening to her. Pag 11 years old na, she's very independent na. So, she doesn't need me anymore. Physically. So, that's less time. So, I have to make conscious effort na, what did you do in class today? What do you want to do? I have to make more effort consciously to connect with her.
Super ang galing. Yan ang mga inspiring stories. Hindi kasi for single moms, di ba? Na parang grabe yung ganong effort din na kailangan talaga. Merong time together with your daughter or your child.
Tsaka for a while, kaming dalawa lang talaga. So, we really learned to depend on each other for a long time. Kaya may time na she was maybe 9 or 10. Anak, you have to learn how to wash the dishes, you have to do the laundry. Kasi dalawa lang tayo. Kailangan marunong ka. So, meron kaming interdependence na, yung anak ko pinaglalaba ko niyan. Yung anak ko nagluluto yan. And she's only 10, 11 at the time. So, parang sobrang proud din ako na whatever hardship we had gone through, whatever transition of change of life we went through, it made both of us parang medyo mas matibay.
Ayun na nakakatuwa. That's very good to hear as in. Kasi on the positive side na, di ba? At saka inspiring side para sa syempre sa mga same situation or yung may mga ganon din pinagdadaanan.
Kaya I also, parang also prove to myself na when you're a single mom, it's okay to ask for help. You always have a good tribe of people who are supporting you. Hindi siya bad thing. Hindi siya masama. But also that you can also expand yung skills mo, yung abilities mo na, kaya naman pala namin na kaming dalawa lang. And I'm actually parang, I always tell my daughter na it's not a bad thing yung nangyari sa atin. Hindi masama yun. It was just a natural progressions of things. Some things don't work out and that's okay. Doesn't mean na you stay in a place na hindi ka masaya. You have to, it's your responsibility to find your happiness, to own. Okay lang nagkakamali. Hindi siya masamang thing. So I think naiintindihan niya. She understands that it's not what happened may have been difficult, but it wasn't necessarily bad. Hindi naman po kailangang bad ang ending. Pwede namang, okay, we just changed the direction of our lives, but we're okay. Pwede ganun.
At may learning curve, kumbaga.
Oo, yung hindi kailangang yung masama akong tao kasi ganito tayo. Hindi, di ba? Parang hindi na siya uso ngayon.
Correct. Meron na laging lesson behind everything. Correct. And then, tsaka masaya, syempre wala naman ako alam sa kwento, tsaka wag na nating pag-anuhan. Pero, second chance at love pala, nabanggit mo kanina. Di ba?
Oo. So, there's always a silver lining.
Correct. Ang haba pala ng hair ni Chantal tonight. Diba? Ito na yan.
Go.
Hindi, ito na. Syempre, tatawid na tayo sa ating last segment na lahat talaga na nag-guest dito. Kahit naman mo si Shara, si Angelo, na sila ang mga throwback stars namin in the past months. Dumadaan talaga dito. Ang tinatawag naming Pep Challenge! Okay, so may pa-challenge tayo, pero very easy lang to. Ito ang tinatawag namin 3s in 5.
Okay.
Mga ganun pa-andar.
Oo.
Na mga So ito lang, meron akong 5 questions para sa iyo and then magbibigay ka lang ng 3 sagot. So mag-enumerate ka lang ng 3 answers.
Okay.
So ito ay may kinalaman sa iyong life, sa iyong mga sa dating showbiz career, ganyan. So,
top of mind. So,
ganon. So, game, Chantal, for the challenge. Okay, first 3s and 5 question. 3 things you do on a Sabado.
Sleep, eat, Netflix.
Sleep, eat, Netflix. Anong pinanonood mo sa Netflix?
Ngayon, kakatapos na pala ng Queen's Gambit, Blacklist, and The Crown.
Aha. Ay, tapos mo na lahat?
Hindi pa ako tapos sa The Crown, pero malapit na.
K-drama. Nag-K-drama ka ba?
Oo. Pero hindi pa recently. Pero alam mo, nung hindi pa uso yung K-drama, nagki-K-drama na ako.
Ano ang favorite mo na K-drama dati?
That Winter the Wind Blew. Napanood mo ba yun?
Familiar siya sa akin. Hindi ko siya nasubaybayan, pero alam ko siya.
Si Song Hye Kyo yun. Si Song Hye Kyo.
Yes. Nako, ano na yan? 2012, 2013, o diba?
Parang ganun. Oo.
So bago nga siya maging ganitong effect, kasi although sikat naman ang K-drama ever since, parang ibang level kasi yung ngayon, diba? Na parang, yun na ang pinag-uusapan. Saka sa nauna, ano na yan? Correct.
Nakakaano kasi escapism yan eh. Diba? Pag gusto mong kalimutan ng life for a second, K-drama is the way.
K-drama. Okay, ito next. 3 simple things that will make you happy. So coming from happy, yan ang tanong.
Family, coffee, and pets. Yoga.
Wow, coffee.
Yan ang gasolina ko.
So yun, ang dami. Nakita mo ba yung meme sa Facebook na di ba acidic ka, pero ba't ang hiling mo sa coffee?
Oo, tsaka meron kaming dito na kapag hindi pa ako nagkakape, wala munang kakausap sa akin kasi hindi pa buo yung utak ko. Ganun.
Oo.
Level.
Kaya gasolina.
Oo, gasolina.
Siyempre, alam na natin yung yoga and yung family. Speaking of yoga, the next question, 3 good things yoga can do for you or sa anyone.
Energize, calm the mind, and self-acceptance.
Ayun ang pinakamahalaga, yung pangatlo. Although mahalaga silang lahat, pero parang yun yung pinakil talaga, di ba? If you have 1 and 2.
Gives you good energy, calms you down. At saka, when you're doing yoga, you really find out nakikita mo kung ano yung limits mo, nakikita mo kung how you deal with difficulty, how you deal with ease, how you deal with yourself, ganon. And you learn to you will learn so much about yourself and you will learn to love yourself, ganon.
Ayun. Yun ang pinakamahalaga. Correct. Ito na. 3 actors that you enjoyed working with during your showbiz days. So kahit na sino to, basta nakatrabaho mo at nag-enjoy ka.
Actor, so it has to be a man?
Hindi. Any naman. Hindi.
Sino ba? Si Mel Martinez. Kasama ko siya sa Ikaw Lamang. I remember, tawan-tawa ko sa kanya. Sino pa ba? Si Albert Martinez.
Yung Pusong Mamon.
At saka he was parang, we did so many shows together na tatay ko siya.
Sa mga guesting.
Oo, ganon. So, parang we were, at saka si Jano Gibbs. I was close to Jano. Nung bata ko, we had the show simultaneous with TG. It was called Village People, yung spin-off ng Uber the Bakod.
Yeah.
I was there. So, and Jano was parang, he was such a cool guy. We loved it when he would sing. At saka napakabait niya sa akin. Talagang, he was such a fun person at that time.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Kasama ka pala doon sa Village People. Si Albert naman, ano ang memories na naaalala mo?
Ang pogi kasi ni Albert Martinez talaga. Pag nakita mo siya, wow, talagang hindi, but nung lalo na before, siguro mga 20 years ago, when he would come, it's like, tsaka naalala ko dati, ang bango-bango niya. Pag dumating si Albert Martinez, uy, meron pang time we did I think it was a GMA show na, we did a show na, Giselle Martinez was the mom of Patrick. And then Albert was my dad. Tapos magkapit-bahay kami. Ganun yung ng show, ganun yung plot ng show. And I remember na how Albert was so doting kay Lisel. She was so, parang hindi sila totoo. Parang they were so in love with each other. Tapos ang pogi-pogi niya. And he was so famous, but he was so kind. That's what I remember about him. So, I was very, fond memories to work with people na at that time were real veterans, but they were so patient with this kid na who didn't know what she was doing. Hindi ko alam blocking ko, hindi ko alam camera ko, tapos mabait sila sa'yo. So, fun siya.
Okay, Mel Martinez, ano ang funny moment? Ba't katawan-tawa sa kanya?
Kasi feeling ko pareho kami ng humor ni Mel. Parang ginawa namin yung Ikaw Lamang, sa namin, nagsubik kami. Ganyan. Tapos I just remember, I have a fond memory of Mel na hindi ko na maalala kung anong pinagtatawa namin, pero nasa may ilog kami, tapos tawa kami ng tawa. Parang tagal namin nag-aantay ng setup. Pero tawang-tawa kami sa isa't isa nung panahon na yun. Hindi ko na maalala kung anong pinagtatawa namin. Remember that he was such a good energy. He was so fun and pleasant and funny and witty, and I have fond memories of him.
Ayun. So Mel, Albert, and Chano.
Oh.
Apart from from TGIS. Kasi syempre, buti yung iba ang sinagot mo kasi cliché pag TGIS di ba? Parang alam mo na
pero sila naman ibang level na yun. Parang I always, sa totoo lang, even with the older batch na I didn't get to work with so much anymore. Parang feeling ko, pag graduate ka ng teaching, parang feeling mo mga kapatid mo talaga sila. So you always have a connection to them. I'm so fond of them, all of them.
Correct. Ayun na nakakatuwa doon. At saka iba talaga nagawa ng show nyo. Naku, aminin na natin, di ba? Ito last na. Last na for 3 in 5. 3 lessons you learned from showbiz that you want to impart to your children. Children, future tense yan. Kung halimbawa, the next daughter.
Kuta na ako.
Para yun, to your daughter.
Hard work. Respecting other people's time. And learning to appreciate yourself as an individual.
Mm-hmm. Well, yung number 3, because yung story mo kanina.
And also because kapag, parang when I realized when I was in showbiz, maybe because I was so young, I was only mga 14, 15, napaka-easily influenced ko kasi noon. Parang, when people say something, you're so, talaga, ganun, parang paniwalang-paniwala ka. Or when people say, you have to be this certain person, you have to change, parang ganun. So, now, looking back, I realized, okay lang pala to be different. Also, okay lang to not believe in the same thing. Okay lang to be your own. It's okay to not be like the others. Parang ganon. So, I think that's a valuable lesson that I learned. Yung okay lang. Kung hindi ka kapareho, okay ka lang.
At respect other people's time. So, hindi ka na-late.
Hindi ako na-late nun. In fact, parati akong kasapag when I go to a shoot, kasabay ko yung crew, parati akong maaga.
Ang galing.
At ako pinakamalayo ang tirahan noon,
From
diba? So, ako pinakamaaga.
At for sure, hindi pag yung traffic dyan ay hindi pa katulad ng traffic noon. Pero, alam mo na, di ba? Medyo may ganong characteristics talaga ng lugar na yan kahit noong araw di ba? Ayun. Pero ang last question, what if lang? Ito ay what if, na may mag-offer kunyari sa'yo ng acting or something, kahit guesting lang.
Alam mo parang it never crossed my mind. Kasi parang I don't think anybody would offer anymore. I always think about if good opportunity presents itself and it's specific to me, sino ba naman ako para tumanggi? Pero, as it is now, parang feeling ko, I've done it, tapos okay naman. I don't feel the need na bumalik. But, if it was something like TG again, or that it was a role, who knows? Who knows? Hindi ko pa sagot, pero who knows?
Hindi, gets naman yan. In fairness, sa lahat ng mga natatanong ko ng nawala na sa showbiz and yan ang question, ganun din ang answers nila na parang, who knows? Pag dumating
parang happy ka na natapos na siya, happy ka na pagdaanan mo. Kung para sa'yo talaga, why not, di ba? Kung para sa'yo, if it's specifically for you. Pero, ang dami ng mas bata, ang dami ng magaganda, ang dami ng magagaling. Di ba? Parang wow. So, time na nila. Na tayo? Old-timer na tayo.
Kanina ba ang mo ngayon? Kung kanina ka parang familiar sa showbiz, na parang nasubaybayan mo or nakita mo yung talaga nila?
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, kasi kasalanan to ng Netflix. So, medyo nalulun ako sa Netflix, so parang hindi ko na sila napapanood. Tapos for a long time, wala akong TV, like local TV. Pero now, I feel like Anne has been, para siyang levels ni Juday na parang, she's a classic. She's never gonna run out of value or things to advocate for or to say. Parang she's always gonna be relevant. Yun ang feeling ko kay Anne. But, yung mga bago ngayon, honestly, hindi ko na masyadong napapanood dahil wala naman ako masyadong time manood ng TV at may Netflix nga. But, parang when I go to the highways, nakikita mo yung mga billboards, parang wow, ang gaganda nila lahat. Para silang mga anghel. Diba? Pero wala na akong siya napapanood.
Mm-hmm. Ay, ayan, may nagsabi si Lay Overo. Kamukha niya si Ara San Agustin. Si Ara San Agustin ay from Starstruck Season 6 na isa ngayon sa ginagroom na, bakit parang yung picture niya ay iba? Na ginagroom ng GMA to be one of their drama gems. Kasi new gem of drama yata ang tawag sa kanya. So, yun. O pwede daw kayo mag-ate. O di ba gusto mo yung may nag-imagine?
Anak ko siya.
At least ate yung sinabi. Uy, thank you sa lahat ng nag-send ng gift sa Kumu. Na meron na pala tayong 820 dito. Kaso, ang problema na exit ko yung Kumu. So, nawala ang mga pangalan ng mga nag-send. So, ito na yung shoutout nyo. Thank you. And thank you for being with us. Lalo na si Venus Marimon. Actually, siya yung konta ko sa siya yung sinasabihan ko sa TG group na uy, na ikaw na ang magsabi sa kanila na we have happy tonight sa ating show.
Salamat sa thank you for listening to me. I didn't sabi ko sabi ko sa iyo nung nag-message ka sa akin. Sabi ko, may makikinig pa ba sa akin? Parang tagal na nun. So, salamat sa mga nakaalala.
Meron ha, kita mo naman sa mga comments, di ba? Tsaka yun nga sabi ni Leo Vero, ganda pa rin, my gosh.
Salamat.
And si February Pink Rose Moto din. Wala sila masyadong questions, pero ang mga sagot nila, she's so pretty. Then kay Maria Lourdes Pilar, ganda naman. And kay Ryan J. Flores, teen crush. O, diba?
Salamat. Kaya pag naaalala ninyo ako, nabubuking na matanda na kayo. Pag naaalala nyo pa po yung commercial, nabubuking po yung edad nyo.
Nabubuking. Pareho ako nabubuking. Ganon. Pero thank you for doing this with us.
Thank
because
you.
Dahil you're out of showbiz na, pero you agreed pa rin sa ating Throwback Thursday na
salamat dahil out of showbiz na, pero there's still interest. So, salamat. This was fun.
Diba? Pero at least naman, medyo active ka pa rin naman sa social media and we see you everywhere. So, ito na, kung ano ang iyong gustong i-promote sa ating Pepsters.
I lead classes, yoga classes every day, 8 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday via Zoom. So if anybody's interested to learn yoga, you can visit my Instagram page. We also have an initiative called Project Yoga PH. You can find it on Instagram at Project Yoga PH. And our advocacy is that yoga is for everybody and that you can learn yoga anywhere and that yoga is anything that you want it to be. So, nakakabago siya ng buhay. So, I hope everybody will give it a shot. If, you don't have to commit to it right away, pero just give it a shot. So, we just want everybody to be healthy, physically, mentally, emotionally. And when we're like that, we become better people and we are kinder to each other and to ourselves. Yun lang ang advocacy. So, salamat. Yun lang.
Your Instagram?
Instagram at Chantal Umali. So, I just share with you my daily musings, mga thoughts ko, ganyan, yoga poses, things that I learn. So, you might see snippets of my family, my life. So, if you're interested, my cats and dogs, yung share ko. Yun yung pinaka-interesting na bagay sa buhay ko ngayon. So, but please take a follow if you're interested.
Ayan. And thank you ayan, meron na November schedule.
November. So please follow. Let me know if you're interested to join. Salamat.
Ang galing, di ba? From from discovery to passion and now sharing it to everyone.
Yeah, sana lang if we can encourage just one person and help them to better their lives, whether in a physical, in a mental, or in an emotional way, it will have been a worthwhile endeavor. So,
yes, ayan. Thank you so much, Chantal.
Thank you, Jimpy. I had fun. Thank you.
I am so happy that you had fun. And sa ating Pepsters na nanonood ngayon, syempre, huwag nyo kami kalimutang i-follow sa aming social media accounts na naka-flash sa screen. Nakikita nyo naman. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Pero, syempre, don't forget to visit www.pep.ph for daily dose of showbiz news and updates and lahat-lahat ng nangyayari sa entertainment world dito sa Pilipinas. And, meron kaming stream bukas. Ang ating summary, ang ating roundup ng mga Pep Hot Stories with Pink She. So, bukas yan, same time, 8 p.m. and same tama masabing same channel o basta pareho din sa Facebook, Kumu at YouTube yun. And next week ulit, meron tayong dalawang Pep Live again at Tuesday and Thursday. Ay, tatlo pala kasi may Wednesday na din. So, yun. Thank you so much, Chantal.
Thank you. Thank you,
Pepsters, for joining us. And let's see each other again next week dito lang sa Pep Live. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend sa inyong lahat.